In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing a thing for the podcast.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast. So I got a question, boys. Is it considered uncouth to jerk off in the conditioner at an Airbnb that they leave in the bathroom?
You mean with the conditioner?
No, in.
Oh,
Is this our debate question?
I'm asking for a friend.
I think it depends on what you've been eating.
God damn it, Flea.
well, I think they probably shouldn't reuse the conditioners just in case somebody's as uncouth as you.
Well, I didn't say I did it. I was asking a question.
Yeah. For Flea. I mean, his friend.
It says a lot about the fact that we just defaulted to you jerked off in a bottle of
Yeah, right? Like, what the fuck?
I said it was Flea from the get-go.
I appreciate
I'm
you.
here for you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
In all fairness, though, what the fuck else are you going to do with conditioner?
Oh, yeah, I'm not.
So it's probably Mikey.
Well, no, but while I was taking a shower, I looked and I saw the conditioner and I was like, what's to stop somebody from like beating off in this community conditioner that these people fucking leave in their house?
Who the fuck is using
Was this a little bottle or a big bottle?
It's like a fucking big bottle of a pump.
Oh, yeah, see.
That's just weird.
Right?
Like, why are you using community conditioner anyways?
Well, yeah, you wouldn't. You know what I mean? But like,
For that reason.
right.
It's the same reason I don't touch the curtains in a fucking hotel room.
Bing. that's where my headspace was
My
at. I was
reason
like,
for not using the community conditioners because I don't have hair.
yeah. I mean, same, but I don't know. What's to stop somebody, some fucking degenerate, from beating off inside the conditioner? Or the shampoo? Or the soap or the body wash, whatever the fuck you want to use. I don't care.
Well, was the bottle full?
I don't know. I didn't touch it. Fucking, I don't need it.
Because if you did in the top, right, and you have a half a bottle, it pumps from the bottom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most people, when it gets to like that much in there, throw it away anyway.
I don't know.
Yeah, but what if you shook it first?
Who does that?
Or after? Like, what if you...
Jazz's wheels are turning right now. Like, he's totally going to beat off in a bottle of conditioner.
You're the only one that I think thought of this. Ever. In all of
I'm
life.
sure I'm not the only one.
This goes right up there with flesh wheels.
Right? Foot wheels.
Holy fuck. Okay, so
It is time for Freedom Friends Master Debate, where us, the Freedom Friends, solve the world's problems one fucking mediocre topic at a time with mediocre answers from mediocre fucking people like us, because we love you. So, John, I think you got the question tonight, right, buddy?
Yeah, but before we do that, Mikey, what are we doing tonight?
Well,
we're all sitting around.
we're sitting around on this long table.
Yeah,
we have sticks in our hands and drinks
in our mouths.
So what are we
John,
about to do?
Oh, no,
what are we going to do?
I just asked you because...
Well, there's no bottle of conditioner here, but I suppose we're going to masturbate, kids. Shit.
That's fucking weird, buddy.
We're not going to masturbate, kids.
That's fucking weird.
We're going to masturbate, boys.
Well, we used to post this on Facebook.
Right.
Wow.
Whew. So anyways, so our debate topic for this evening.
Yeah. Nambla.
So it's St.
How do you
Patrick's
feel
Day
about
coming up soon.
Nambla, how do you really feel?
So it's St. Patrick's Day coming up soon. What are some of the most...
I believe St. Patrick's Day is over.
No, not yet.
By the time this comes out.
No,
Yeah.
this comes out
Thursday.
No, Thursday.
It's
yeah.
St. Patrick's season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So as you're sitting there hungover as fuck listening to this,
Yeah, because it's literally, this will come out the day after St. Patty's Day. Yeah, so that's true.
what are some of the most overrated and underrated St. Patrick's Day traditions?
Oh, I got this one.
Yeah.
I got an overrated one. I absolutely hated it. Stupid.
I have a true one, so go ahead.
The green beer. It's fucking retarded.
Anybody who's ever bartended will agree with you. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Your
what's
hands look like you
hold
jerked
on.
off a fucking green.
You know what's
fucking
even
piece
worse
of kale
than that?
For the last
What's
month.
worse than bartending with green beer is bartending at a bar where the owner too cheap or doesn't plan ahead enough to actually order a keg with green beer,
And you have to
gotta
fucking use the
fucking
food
green
cooler?
food dye. Fuck you.
And it's always like that. I've never worked at a bar that actually did get the green keg.
I'd be like, do you have green kegs? They're like, no. And I'm like, I'm not working. You're
Like,
giving up like $600. It's fine. I'll go work somewhere else that has a green fucking keg.
Yeah,
like,
right?
fuck you.
like, fuck you, dude. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know this, but bartenders are mostly freelance. We bartend everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
I can moonlight. I don't have a non-compete.
Yeah.
Like,
Locally, I think the dumbest fucking St. Patrick's Day tradition is the fact that we dye the fucking river green downtown.
Yeah.
huh.
It is. It is.
Damn it.
I thought it was green year round.
Well, that's why it's the dumbest fucking tradition.
Is it? They just turn it a different shade?
Well, so they dump all this fucking green dye in it, which just makes it like brighter green. Like
Yeah.
it's a
surprised-
diversion of the San Antonio River,
So
but it's
instead of-
all
instead of-
man-made.
Instead
So
of fucking algae green, it's fucking stupid fucking baby shit
well,
green.
no,
I'm
it's just
surprised
like
PETA's
algae
not
green. Like we
protesting.
haven't ever cleaned it. Like because once every other year they drain it and clean the
Well, they do that to find the body parts.
that too.
Yeah.
But they clean it out and all that kind of stuff. But because it's a bricked up, essentially elongated pool
So
without any fucking chemicals in it, it grows algae and people are throwing up in it and they pour their beers out from walking up and down the river.
Throw all
and
those scooters in there.
they throw all those fucking scooters in there and shit. So
I saw a video on Facebook.
I never even thought about that. Fuck.
I saw a video on Facebook, and it was the dudes that they dive for like lost shit in rivers and lakes and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
They find
So-
great shit.
They do. So they came out here and they went to go fucking dive in the river on the river walk, and the cops kicked them out.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't allowed to do it, and the guy's like, "What do you mean? Like
Well,
I thought this
it's
was like."
it's only like fucking 4 or 5 feet deep. dude.
Yeah, it's
he's
not
like-
very deep.
He's like, I thought this was like a public river, and he's like, you're not allowed to be in that. And he's like, what? It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So that's actually true. And the main reason is that there's the river boats that actually move up and down it. It's actually controlled by the park police.
And
like,
you probably are going to catch something and die.
yeah, that's also how you
Strong
get like the
possibility.
gonorrhoesyphilades.
Yeah.
Like that shit's, you can get like hepatitis H in that fucking river. Like that's just,
it's got A through H in there.
yeah, it's fucking rowdy.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
Okay, so let's start with overrated, and then we'll go with underrated.
okay. Overrated. This is one
Green
thing
beer.
this is one thing I fucking
I'm
hate.
going to go with you on the green beer thing.
Like the green beer thing fucking sucks. But one of the biggest things I hate about St. Patrick's Day is every fucking March 17th. And you guys know my patronage, right? Or like my fucking history and like my,
What
ancestry.
does Baltimore have to do with this?
Yeah,
First of all, Baltimore is actually a very Irish city, you dumb cunt, and I'm not from there, so fuck you. But like I'm a pure fucking Irish kid. You know what I mean? Fahey is an extremely fucking. I got told once it was an Irish peasant name, which is probably true. All right, like I know, like my family's from Galway Bay. Like I am fucking. I'm Irish, right? I'm a first generation fucking Irish kid. Every fucking year, I have to listen to people go, well, I'm like 23% Irish. I'm like, bitch, how do you fucking know that?
I will drop my pants right now. So
But like every year I gotta
my
listen to that
great
shit.
uncle on my father's side.
who cares?
was full-blood
I
Irish.
don't think
Yeah,
I'm
so
any
it's like-
Irish,
I am not.
but I'm gonna fucking St. Patty's it
I'm
up.
going to celebrate like I am.
Oh, and don't
Because
get me
it's a
wrong.
great sport.
And do you know why the Irish will never get mad at you for fucking like literally doing
Because it's
that?
the only day of the year that everybody wants to be Irish.
Yeah. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the Irish haven't really been historically treated great. Like I get that everybody has their struggles, but the Irish, they got fucked with pretty hard, man.
The
Like,
Irish as a whole, though, like as a people, are actually a pretty welcoming, like,
absolutely.
Isn't there
Come
a thing
enjoy it,
where
kind
they
of.
were on some island and couldn't figure out how to live on crab meat?
No, it was
What?
potatoes, and it's their own island.
yeah, that was
Yeah, well,
that was
the potato famine.
Ireland, and we had a potato famine.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about the crab meat part.
Yeah, I don't know about the crab meat.
That was okay. I can't reference it. Somewhere I heard that there
That's
was
a new
like,
one on me.
the
Yeah.
only thing that these people had to eat was like crab, and they refused to. And I'm just like, oh my god, you're missing out. Anyway,
You sure you're not from Baltimore?
I might be. I don't know.
What's Scott do? Crab cakes and football. That's what Scotty does. Yeah, so I would say like the bullshit fucking I'm Irish.
For an underrated or overrated?
For an overrated,
Okay.
and because it annoys me more
Yeah.
than anything. I mean, I think I agree with you on the green beer. It's the worst thing on the fucking planet to me.
Well, even from a
But-
non-bartender standpoint, just the idea of
It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
well,
All it
considering that
means is-
good Irish beer is black.
Yeah,
The
right.
more
Or red.
you drink,
You know?
the darker green your poop's going to be the next day.
Yeah. Your shit comes out blue.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, dude. Like I've had benders on St. Patty's Day where I straight shit. It looked like I got butt fucked by a Smurf.
Well, see, I don't ever drink green beer. I drink.
Yeah, I don't either.
I drink
No.
Jameson and
That's
Guinness
that's going to be the underrated.
and
We'll
Bailey's.
get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you seen the commercial that's running around on the internet right now for Redbreast
maybe.
for their Irish whiskey? That actually states the real reason that we have St. Patrick's Day was that St. Patrick chased all the snakes out of Ireland. And,
Drove the Druid priests out.
Yeah. And then in the commercial it goes, I wonder if they'll make me a saint if I chase all the stupid fucking leprechaun hats out of America.
I would. I'll cantify that motherfucker. You're getting canonized, my friend.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to say that is, I think, the most overrated fucking tradition is the stupid fucking plastic green shit.
Yeah, the beads and shit.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's fun. It's fun. When you're younger, it's a good time. Like I've fucking St. Patty'd out plenty of times. You know, it's fun to do, but I agree. It's pretty fucking overrated. You could easily just sit there. I would be, at this point in my life, I would be just as happy just sitting at a bar right here. We could do a fucking St. Patty's Day show and just sit here and drink beer and drink fucking whiskey, and I'd be
but
happier
you
than
can't
fuck.
look at the drunken idiots running around like
The
amateur
people
night.
watching is
Yeah,
nice.
it is pretty epic.
Last year was fun.
Yeah.
And we
Last year was great.
We went to a bar. We all sat there. We smoked cigars. We drank JMO, and
We should do that again.
it was a good time. I liked it.
Maybe make a tradition out of it or something.
Don't fuck with tradition.
That's right.
It was a good time.
You have to figure out where Jim has wrangled us.
I
meet us
think we're doing
there.
a New Braunfels bar crawl.
So in other words, you're going to the bar in
No,
New
there's
Braunfels that he
several.
goes to.
There's
There's a
several.
bunch. Yeah.
Yeah, we did St. Patty's Day there once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest fucking thing. They have live music playing, but they're not playing Irish music.
Huh.
It's fucking weird.
That was weird.
Like I spent a good chunk of St. Patty's Day in Boston, and it's you start drinking.
That's what I want
You start
to
drinking
hear.
at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Southie Parade,
Yeah.
and then you don't stop until the bars close at night.
Parade went in front of my house.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know the
how-
parade
Right
would
down-
look
I
much
want
more.
Right
want
down
all
Broadway.
day of Dropkick Murphys and like all of them. I want all of that.
Yeah.
I want all of that.
I always get very nostalgic when I hear all that shit.
Me too.
Just because
I-
whether it's like from growing up there and like having a connection with those guys or like learning to bartend in an Irish pub and stuff like that.
Right.
Like I just get very, very nostalgic around St. Patty's Day. Like it's just, I feel comfortable. Don't get me wrong. I fucking hated working it. I fucking hated it. My paycheck didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Because like you make a lot of fucking money. Like there's a certain, I think that's one of my biggest pet peeves, but it's just amateur hour drinking nights.
It is.
You know, you got St. Patty's Day, you got the night before Thanksgiving, you got New Year's Eve. Like you got your amateur hour nights where people who
Halloween.
don't go out, Halloween's another one, where people who don't normally go out drinking and can't handle their shit go out and act a fucking fool. And it's
Because
like,
it's St. Patty's Day.
yeah, and it's like, look, I get it, and it's all good, but fuck, man, it's act like you've been there. Fuck, yeah.
So underrated. So Scott and I have a tradition on St. Patty's
Well,
Day.
so let me tell my St. Patty's Day story first.
Okay.
Because I was married young, I had kids young. I didn't celebrate my first St. Patty's Day until I was like 35. And it was like 3 weeks after you moved to
Yeah,
Nebraska.
I just got to Nebraska.
And I'm like, hey, I've never done a St. Patty's
Like
Day.
we're fucking doing this.
Yeah.
So you give them the treatment.
So, well, we were in Lincoln, Nebraska, so I could only give it as much as I could.
There was
But-
two Irish bars across the street from each other.
And so they blocked the street off to do like a block party, except up to the double yellow line was a block party for one bar, and up to the double yellow line is a block party for the other bar, and you had to pay a cover to get in either one. It was kind of stupid, but it was still fun.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, right. Like
dude,
when you guys just work together, you can
collaborate
both
one
make
day a
stupid
year,
money.
you cunts. Jesus.
But yeah, and so we went out there for Scott's first night of drinking. We had a DD,
Not my first night of drinking.
our first St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, that was back when like
Okay.
Jesus fucking turned it into wine for him.
Yeah. And we had a DD. So we proceeded to get white girl wasted.
Yeah.
As you should.
As you should. As you
But
do.
it started the tradition of every Guinness that we order, we also have to order an Irish car bomb. And it doesn't matter how many Guinness you order. That's how many Irish car bombs you're going to drink.
Yeah.
And
So little did we know when we went out that, like, because I owned a gun store.
And you are a big fan of the Irish car bomb.
I do. They are so, once it touches your lips, it's
You
so
are a
good.
very big fan of that drink. Yeah.
But what we didn't, I didn't take into account, and I don't think John did either, because you just got there.
yeah.
But we went out, and I own a gun store in Lincoln, Nebraska. And so we ran into like customers and people we knew all night long.
And they just kept fucking.
and they
drinks.
caught on to our tradition. And so it was like, we drank a lot of Guinness and a lot of Irish car bombs that night.
Of Irish car bombs
Yeah.
that night. Yeah. So Scott drove us there, and then we left his vehicle and got a sober ride home, as we should. And so the next morning we had to get up because we had to go to work and drive and go get Scott's vehicle and then go to work. So we get in my truck, and we no sooner, I'm not even completely backed out of the driveway, and Scott's like, I don't know if I'm going to make it to my truck.
No, I said, hey, don't judge me.
Yeah, and don't judge me. And I was like, I won't judge. Everything's cool, man. So back out of the driveway, go to the end of the street, take a right, go up a block to the end of the street, take a left on the main road. I literally take a left. I get up to about 25 miles an hour, and I hear pull over. I was like, open it right over. That's as far as we made it. Scott's calling dinosaurs.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the most underrated part of St. Patty's Day then?
The Guinness and Irish car bomb every order.
Being able to drink that and have it be totally acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that I'll buy, because the other
one.
one, that's just a personal tradition between you two. So
Yeah,
that's
so
not
nobody
really
blinks
like,
an eye over what you order and how
No.
much you
Yeah.
drink it, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like a pass for alcoholism.
Yeah.
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 You just get a pass. Jazz, what do you think? Underrated.
Probably the real Irish traditions. Like if you've ever done St. Paddy's Day with like an actual Irish family, some of those traditions are like a totally different animal. So they'll start at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's like full food spread that's held all day.
Yeah.
But you also start drinking at like 7:30 in the morning. But it starts with like sausage and potatoes, and it gets like that food just exists all day, but you're drinking the whole damn day. But those real traditions, most of that day you're drinking, but it's all the stories that keep getting told by family members and stuff like that. So I've done it with my family. I've also done it with my first real St. Patrick's Day celebration. I was 17, and it was with a friend of mine named Megan O'Keefe and her family. And when they did St. Patty's Day, this was in Pittsburgh, they all lived within like 25 miles of each other. So when St. Patrick's Day happened, everybody just went to one place.
They die river in Pittsburgh too.
Pittsburgh has the two biggest groups up there are Polish and Irish.
Yeah.
So-
I would say they die River Green up there too.
Well, it's
Chicago
three
they
rivers
do.
there.
I know
So
Chicago they do.
Chicago does it. I don't know in Pittsburgh because I stayed the fuck out of the points because I didn't want to get trapped in 1987, which is about when the points stopped progressing. So,
Yeah.
but that kind of stuff where it was actually about, yeah, I mean, you were doing some hardcore drinking, but it was more about, on the actual Irish side, it is actually more about bringing family together and like passing on stories and all that kind of stuff. So it's a little bit more traditional than the Americanized version, which is let's just see how shit-faced I can get.
Yeah.
Because if you just need a random day for permission to get shit-faced, you might want to check out your priorities.
Yeah.
Like,
I was married with kids my whole life, so random day I took advantage.
right, but that date doesn't necessarily tie anything to just getting shit-faced.
Other than permission.
I don't need permission.
I did.
So, but yeah, I think that's probably the underrated, in my opinion, is the actual tradition of like you get together with people you care about, and it's actually about storytelling and all that kind of stuff. It just happens to be lubricated quite a bit, so those stories tend to get louder and more animated, and you find things out about people that you're like, oh,
I
well, that's interesting.
I kind of agree with you on this. Yeah. Like it's a feast day. to Irish Catholics. You know what I mean? It's a feast day, but I go to mass on St. Patrick's Day. Like, I go to mass. It's one of the only times I go to mass and have gone to mass. And call it in the last fucking.
You saw my favorite movie.
What?
Boondock Saints.
Well, I mean, that's what it is, though. Like, you go to mass in the morning, and then you immediately start getting shit-faced. You know what I mean? And
it's an early mass, too.
Yeah, it's like fucking 7 a.m. or
it's like a
shit.
sunrise mass, and then you start eating and drinking.
Yeah.
And
so you go to mass, and, like, it's nothing crazy. And then you fucking, like, it's an hour. Takes an hour to your life, and then you fucking basically hit the bars, you know? But I think the most underrated part, one, I have two of them. One of the most underrated things is those fucking corned beef fucking tater tots we had last year. Those were fucking glorious.
Those things were amazing.
And probably the most underrated thing I've ever had, because those things should be on every menu everywhere.
Corned beef and Guinness cheese tots.
They were fucking so good.
Fucking ridiculous.
They fucked us up, man.
Those are good.
I've like spent the last year thinking about that.
Like,
Fuck.
I want to call that bar to figure out if that food truck's going to be back there. Because if it is, that's the bar I'm going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop and get something. I'm gonna stop there and at least eat. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, those were amazing. But
I actually liked that bar wasn't fucking slammed.
yeah.
Well, that was right at the onset of COVID.
Yeah, that was the last day. Like, literally, like, that shit fucking
Yeah, the next day
shut
it
down
fucking-
March 18th. So,
And we're still alive, boys.
imagine that. And the big one for me is like just the actual traditions. So similar to what you said, like, you know, and remembering why we celebrate St. Patrick's Day and why St. Patrick was such a good fucking dude. You know, like, the Druid priests were like raping and fucking pillaging people and being fucking terrible. And he essentially went in there and rounded up a bunch of fucking pipe hitting fucking mix, and they went out and fucking, they were like, you either fucking leave now or we're fucking killing all you bitches because you guys are not good for fucking life, you know? And like, he literally was a savior of Ireland, you know? And that's why we celebrate St. Patrick. You know what I mean? That's why.
And by the way, it took longer than a day.
Yeah.
Like, for anybody out there that's like, well, it's a hell of a thing to do in a day.
Was it his birthday? Was it St. Patrick's
I don't
birthday?
know
Was
why
March
they,
17th?
to be honest with you, I don't know why they picked the date.
Yeah, I'm not sure
but
either.
that is,
I don't remember.
It's probably the day of his canonification.
That
When he
would
was
make sense.
probably canonized
Yeah,
on
when he
March 17th, and that's probably why it's a fixed
Yeah.
date and not like a rolling day.
Yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, essentially, because really what St. Paddy's Day is at its core is you're celebrating a good fucking dude.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really what it is, you know? And in Ireland, like, sure, you go to Dublin and shit, it's all green and fucking touristy because it's a tourist destination. But you go everywhere else.
Get out in the country, like the actual part of, like the actual local scene.
It's fucking.
It's more of a liberation
like
day.
They're celebrating the fact that they have freedom, you know, and maybe it's not a modern day form of freedom that they're celebrating, but it definitely led to it, you know. Unless you're up north with those fucking cunts. If you're up north with the IRA,
there's been no religious oppression in Ireland at all.
Yeah, right, right.
Nope.
But and that's I mean that's what I think is the most underrated thing is the legit traditions. Just remember why you're drinking.
Yeah, Ireland has a long memory.
Yeah, those boys don't forget.
They have a long memory.
Yeah. What? Regardless, I'm still gonna get fucked up.
Oh yeah.
It's happening.
What I think is one of the most underrated things on St. Paddy's Day is the leprechaun costumes. That it looks like you're riding a leprechaun.
Yeah, you know, I actually saw one of those today. Yeah.
They're fucking epic. Like there's no other word for it. Like when you see one, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, right. Like, fuck. Why didn't I think to get one of those? Fuck.
Every year I say I'm going to get one of
Yep.
those, and I never do.
Yeah. You have 11 hours and 46 minutes to order one to have it here by the 16th on Amazon.
Yeah.
Just looked it
You
up.
looked it
Yeah. Except they're $65.
Good God.
That is so worth it.
Yeah, you think 65, but you just get to have that. You know what would be really funny?
But you'd have it every year.
Did you ever work in bars that did a halfway to St. Paddy's Day party?
No.
It was like a mini St. Paddy's Day. They do like a halfway to St. Paddy's Day party, like in like October or some shit. I just always appreciate it. I was like, halfway to Paddy's, let's do it. It's cool. But yeah, man, I think I agree with you. Those are dope.
I think
Yeah.
So I think the overrated stuff is the fucking amateur hour.
Yeah.
And I think the underrated stuff is
It's like those people don't practice the rest of the year.
Right.
Fuck is their problem?
And I think the underrated stuff is more the actual traditions that go along with St. Paddy's Day that aren't celebrated in the States because people use it as an excuse to go and get hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like you don't make it to the World Series unless you play the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they lose.
You don't just get to go out on fucking game day and just be like, never been to practice, but I fucking got this.
But you can
Practice.
here in America. Because why? Because freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that also means I have the freedom to call you a fucking idiot.
Oh, absolutely. We can call them douchebags all day long.
Hey,
Fucking
Johnny.
D-gents from
Johnny,
upcountry.
can I
Yep.
get a
Jazz needs to practice.
little touch up? I need to practice a little bit.
Some croutons, please. Thanks.
And if you want to pour a little bit of that JMO in it while you're over there, buddy, I'd fucking appreciate you.
But yeah, so I think that about sums up St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now, I'm sure I'm hungover.
Yeah.
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 That's probably a good call.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough day.
Oh, also the fucking pinch tradition.
that's
yeah,
dumb.
that can go fuck itself.
Yeah.
You're not wearing green. Meh. Pop. I will break your fucking nose if you pinch me for not
I
wearing
have
green.
a little bit of green and one tattoo, so fuck off.
Yeah, I have Irish. I literally have Irish tattooed on my fucking wrists and my initials and the colors of the Irish flag. I will fucking fight you if you pinch me for not wearing a fucking green
I'm
shirt.
so pinching you.
I'll be wearing green, so fuck you.
Before it started changing colors, the beard was red. All right? You
Yeah,
can
right?
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Like, I get a pass.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
There's still some red in there.
It's all out here now.
Yeah.
It's this part that's decided to betray me.
You know what? I feel your struggles, pal. So I'm going slightly from like the nice auburn red that I had.
I was
to-
about it when I just had like the racing stripes.
Yeah.
It started to look like a fucking supervillain, and then the shit just started growing together.
Dude,
and now it's
literally,
like
this
now
time
it's growing
last
back
year,
out. And I'm like,
this
God
time
damn
last
it.
year, you had those stripes.
Yeah, it was just the stripes. Now it's just like a block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, 2020 was rough.
I'm losing ground.
like, we have all just gone way more gray.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Jesus. Except for Scott. He still looks fucking immortal.
If you don't age, you don't age. Sorry.
It's not
It's like when Scott was showing me pictures. He was like, "This was 15 years ago." I was like, "You look the fucking same."
Dude, it's okay, Lestat.
Yeah.
Like, the
Jesus.
fuck?
Who's the dude with the painting? Where the painting gets older, but he doesn't? Dorian Gray. Fucking. Is there a painting of you somewhere?
This is
That
like-
shit looks like the Crypt Keeper, but like you're just still good to go. It's in a vault somewhere. Just fucking.
Well, fuck, boys.
Yep.
I say I raise my glass. And whether you're drinking 364 days of the year or just one, fuck it. All right.
Go and celebrate.
Yeah, celebrate it up.
We'll see you out there.
Earn that hangover.
Yeah, we'll see you out there.
Like they said in the movie, everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, so they say.
I like how it's just referred to as the movie.
We all know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Well, if you're talking about movies on St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah,
It's kind of a thing. Yeah.
and the second one doesn't exist.
And apparently there's a third that I don't even want to hear about.
What?
Yeah.
We'll
Right?
save that for another date.
Yeah. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, smash all those buttons. Hit us up on YouTube.
Yes. Subscribe to that, even if you don't watch it.
Yeah.
Mikey,
help
pay some
us get our
bills.
silver play button.
Yeah. Let me pay some bills. Check out our awesome sponsors at warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FreedomFriends. Screw yourself that sweet. Is that better?
Yes,
15,
much better.
15% off. Robertson Insurance Group. AaronRobertsonInsurance.com.
Aaron, 1A.
Yeah, 1A. Or give him a buzz, man. 210-890-5577. He will basically fucking handle any insurance need that you have, and he's going to beat your current one. Fucking guaranteed. He's going to beat it.
Tell him that the Freedom Friends sent you.
Yeah.
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 Do
it.
that.
And
It's good for like 75% off all insurances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
No.
totally.
Unless I read that wrong. I don't
No,
know.
100%.
I don't know. Check the fine print on that.
It's actually just free insurance.
Right.
That's
He's
what
just
you
going to
get.
insure you. He's actually going to cover your premium.
You just have a really high deductible.
And then he's going to key your car.
Essentially. And of course, our buddies over at owellness.us. Use that code FreedomFriends25. Score yourself that sweet and amazing deal of a quarter off your order for all the CBD needs and products that you might need. They got you fucking covered, man.
I heard they're going to have a conditioner product coming soon.
All right. Hope nobody ever jerks off in it. I don't know.
Not in it, but with it.
No.
I'm telling you.
With it's probably fun.
They already make a lotion.
Yeah, and a massage oil.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you just prefer conditioner?
Well, it depends on the conditioner.
You're a suave guy. You bougie with your conditioner.
I am.
No, it's because he doesn't have hair there. All of it's just centrally located.
It's just everywhere else. Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
He's got a mane, like braided.
Totally. All right. Well, I guess that wraps up this debate. Shit. We'll see you fuckers next time. But as always, there's just 3 little things we like to say.
Tiny little things.
No,
Not a big deal.
Important things.
Very important.
Yeah,
And
it's small
especially-
but important.
and-
Much like
And especially during this holiday, I think you're going to enjoy them. And that's Scotty.
Ooh, let's go with Smoke On.
I can do that.
Ooh, Johnny boy.
drink on.
Oh, I can do that too.
God damn it, boys.
Freedom the fuck on.
Aaron go bra, everybody. Have a great time.
Small but important. It's very fitting for St. Patty's Day.
Can confirm.